Hello and welcome back to Into the Black after last week's exciting episode where the party investigated Maynala's kidnapping, made some plans to rescue her, and made a new ally in the Specialist, the representative from the Coalition, a shadowy organization of corporations who seem to hate Blue Ion as much as the party, excluding Pip. I don't think anyone hates Blue Ion more than Pip.
Mostly just Redrax.
Just that one guy. Tonight, our players, Lily playing Maynala, will be joining us later, but she's running a little late because distances between 2 points are big. In the top left right now, we have Jake playing Pip, the manic mechanic, who is really in it for the money, and a lot of money if this job goes well.
I heard infinite money?
Blank check is what they said. In the top right, we have Benib Colossus, but only his mother calls him that, played by Brandon. And in the bottom, all by her lonesome, for now, is Percy, played by Alex, who knows a lot more about Assassin's Creed than I do.
I feel like you could pick popular science fiction or fantasy franchise and just drop it into that sentence and it's true for most any franchise. Alex knows more than most any of us.
I mean, to be fair, I'll tell you here's my profile pic for basically everything. Unless it's a lightsaber. Shout out.
We are not sponsored by Star Wars, Disney, or the new attraction Galaxy's Edge. But we could be.
but Disney, if you get us in.
Hey.
We know Disney needs that
like
publicity.
One of those blank checks I've been hearing about. I think Disney is the only corporation capable of that.
Right now, probably. When last we left our players, they had been given information that Grexeros's ship would be, 2 ships would be leaving soon with Maynala in tow. And with the Specialist's help, they would go track them down, stop them, and rescue Maynala.
That sounds like a good plan.
We're going to stop them in space. Right?
Let's rewind a little bit for Pip.
Mm-hmm.
Just give us a quick play-by-play. You find out, you hear that Maynala has been kidnapped.
Right.
You rightfully assume that Blue Ion is tracking you. How do you make sure they can't find the ship, can't track the rest of the crew?
Well, we've got that plate randomizer, right? That randomizes. We can change our ship's registration, both outside of the ship
the
and
VIN
also
number. The VIN.
our remote VIN, right? The radio thing we project out.
You know, your AIS, your automatic identification system. You can play with that.
Your number.
So I'm gonna start shuffling
It's
it
an
and
ATM machine.
moving from port to port, so that it's really confusing. So every time they track, okay, they're at this port, they're waiting, that's where they're gonna be. We'll meet them there. I'm already at the next port under a different name.
Yeah, I guess you're just trying to bounce around so much.
Several different jurisdictions, so even if they've compromised one, the chances that they've compromised all of these is very unlikely. And then them getting those records will take time. It's by the time they're able to get all the records and track and realize the same ship had the 2 different names at this one place, I'm already 3 places down the way.
You know you can't hide, but you're going to run. You're just going to bounce around faster than they can catch you.
Mm-hmm. This is an old trick. I've done this one dozens of times.
Doesn't work forever, but you don't need it to.
Exactly. And I've been keeping in comms with the party until I know they're in the car on their way, and they say, "Hold on, there's someone behind it."
Yeah.
Yeah. At which point, I start hopping my way back to towards their last known position.
Excellent. We're gonna say you get back there with maybe, because you've already been in this city. You're pretty sure that they will catch you pretty quickly if you hang out very long.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a short wind being town.
Sorry, you cut out there. I've got a what?
You've got a short window.
Right.
You've been to this town before. They'll be looking for you. You don't know how. You think they'll be on to you pretty quick. And just as you are attempting to sort of figure out how you're going to contact them, this sort of iridescent, almost carapace-like car, very sporty-looking car, pulls up and its sectioned door opens.
Yeah, a little bit.
And out steps Clob and Percy.
Anyone else?
You see another form inside talking to them, sort of like a tall, well-dressed form, but they don't get out of the car. The car closes up, and they drive away.
As they start to drive away, this is the ship that ostensibly kidnapped Percy and Clob. I want to fire all ship's weapons on that car.
Okay. The car that just dropped them off.
Yes.
Well, we're off.
How do you know this is the car that kidnapped them? They just pulled up in a car.
Because we were talking when they were being followed, and so I know that that was the car that was following them, right?
This is precisely the rocket plan in Guardians when they want to blow up the Ravager ship because they kidnapped Quill. It doesn't make any sense. He's like, we didn't have time to go over the minutia.
All right. Give me some attack rolls for the ship's weapons.
All right. I don't even know what numbers to add to those.
I think it's would be like you're piloting.
Piloting? All right, so just make a fuck ton of piloting rolls.
It's just a piloting check. Yeah.
Great.
Give me like 2.
We're 7th level right
Two's
now.
around.
Making sure I'm pulling up the right
Should
sheet.
be.
Plus 14. All right.
Yes, 7.
Natural 20, and then an 18 total.
Great. Roll damage for whatever weapons you shot, and then multiply that number by 10 because it's a car.
All right. This is probably all on the sides. It's probably like the light. We have the turret, the light particle beam. That's the one that can quickly aim at anything. So that's 3d6. So 10 times 10 is 100.
Excellent.
That was easy.
And you shot a second thing too, didn't you?
I did. Did the 18 hit?
Yeah, 18 hits. It's a
Those
car.
probably are either a port or starboard laser cannon.
Yeah. Also, Percy Clob, I'm gonna need reflex saving throws.
Percy's just making the shocked Pikachu face. Let's just overlay and post the shocked Pikachu over my window.
Excellent.
Club is good.
Button. Nothing has happened. Oh, you guys can see it? Never mind.
I just saw you get a natural 20, so.
Clob and Percy, you're both able to dodge out of the way as the ship just blows up this car that you were just riding in. The car is gone.
I like quickly step out of the way and just like shield myself with my arm and all my armor, and I'm like, whoa! Did you put a self-destruct thing in it? Jesus, why were you trying to kill us so bad? To the what's his called? What's he called? The guy that we're with?
He didn't get out of the car.
He's
he
dead.
dropped
He
you
did- he
off
didn't-
and
oh.
was driving away, and Pip
He's
just
extra
killed
crispy.
him.
I thought he was out of the car with us.
No,
Nah, he was driving away.
dropping you off. From your perspective, what just happened was he dropped you off, opened the door, and said, send me a message when you're taking off, and I'll meet you in my ship, and we'll go rescue Maynala.
Cool, see you
And then
soon.
he started to drive
safe.
away, and then the ship blew him up.
Orbital bombardment.
All right. Well, do we see where it's from?
It came from your ship. You're standing right in front of your ship.
Okay.
And it,
Are comms
it's
working
just-
again?
Pip, are you in
I got your
control of the Red
kidnapper.
Rock?
I got your kidnapper. I blew him to smithereens. You guys are safe now. Let's go get Maynala.
All right. Nice. I think he was gonna help us, but he was kind of weird.
Last you talked to me, there was ramming of the car and there was kidnapping going on. That's what I heard.
That is pretty much what happened. Yeah. Okay. Let's get on the ship.
Cool, so we're gonna have this group called the Coalition probably wanting to kill us now.
The who?
I don't know, he just said
The
he's with
Blue
the
Isle
Coalition.
enemies. Maybe he wasn't important.
A coalition
Yeah,
of what?
Did the Cred Stick survive? I want to search
Hey,
the
a col-
wreckage.
First he immediately turns around.
Ah, it's hot.
the whole car is destroyed.
The cred stick
it
didn't
just got
survive.
shot with. It got you natural 20'd it with the particle beam and max damage with the other one. It's
The credits are
gone.
vaporized.
The
Theoretically, it's
You
like
see
you know,
little like
perfectly enough.
gaseous dollar signs rising into the atmosphere.
he is charred. You could make a check would make sense for this. Digging through wreckage.
Like investigation, but it doesn't exist. Or not investigation. I mean perception, because you're looking for something. What else?
Sure, give me a perception check to try to find anything.
29. I found his
29.
dental records.
The the cred sticks are not like durable. Like they're not hardened. But you do find his sort of his paper thin rifle that survived. That looks like it would
Cool.
work.
But it doesn't work on anyone but him, he said. I'll
Yeah,
keep it.
so-
We can maybe reverse
We
engineer
can
him.
hack
but-
it. Yeah.
We can totally get into that thing. That's okay.
Cool. Pip, do you have any idea how much money you just blew up?
I mean, that car's probably worth a good amount of credits. I'm sure he had some nice clothes on him, because villains always do.
There was the infinite cred stick in his
Sorry, what?
pocket.
Infinite cred stick? Sorry, I
Oh,
should
yeah,
turn
but-
that
yeah.
way.
Have you ever heard the expression shoot first and ask questions later? And usually the preceding expression don't?
No, I haven't heard the don't part. That's that
That's
was
weird.
new.
You and I grew up in different parts of Akaton.
Yeah. No, when someone kidnaps your friends, then yeah, all bets are off.
Fair enough.
Look, you guys are safe. Kidnapper's dead.
Yes.
Let's go save Minala.
Speaking of the kid, yeah, exactly.
What's the latest on her location? What do we got?
Apparently she is about to board a ship that's about to leave the atmosphere.
Let's get her before they board the ship.
Sounds good to me.
Do we know where the ship is? Do we know where anything
It's
is?
the warehouse, right?
Yeah.
You knew that she was being held at the warehouse.
Great, let's punch in those coordinates. Get on board, quick.
I'm in.
Yeah. Can we get into cameras over there in some way? I don't think we have any way into this city.
I can try and hack into the city's grid.
Do we-
Yeah,
do-
you can try to do that while Percy flies.
Percy, grab the stick.
Got it.
Claude, give me a hand here.
Yeah, sure. 1 sec.
Not a good roll. 19. Then 25.
Oh, yeah.
So
So
there.
that's a 22. Who I would say aren't able to get like
Traffic cams?
you're going for like route access, right?
No, go
The
for like
traffic
we
cams.
need camera. Traffic cams are. I mean, like in real life, traffic cams are public. Like, but like a little
so-
more than traffic cams. You know.
You can get into traffic cams. You can access sort of like the city's like alert system. It's sort of like its dispatch AI. You can see what it's saying.
Right.
Can I take a culture check to like try to guess what kind of backways this kind of city and area would have?
What do you mean backways?
Like, because these people aren't transporting them by like just going on a highway of a ton of ships and police and things
wants to
on the
install
kidnapping
ways.
trip. Yeah,
Starways.
I want to understand what like shortcuts there are and strange little alleys to try to look into those places instead of just the.
Sure.
Brandon, I just want to
Sure.
take this minute to say I love your new microphone.
Thank you.
I can just hear the deep tones of your voice. It's fantastic. Anyway, go ahead.
It's really bringing out the
It's the
moves.
same one, just closer and with software.
All right, go ahead, Lincoln.
Yes, you can definitely make that culture check.
Cool. I got an 18.
18. You would think. Let's say you did a job out here once, and you remember getting picked up here on the rim and then getting on the shuttle and flying to the dark side before taking off.
Oh.
People don't
They-
take off from this side. They don't take off from the sun side. They fly to the dark side and then
Yeah.
take off so that they're sort of less likely to be noticed.
Yeah, and like the artery superhighway is just all, like around the ring, so things that go like laterally against that probably don't have as much traffic. Cool.
Yeah, that's what you
I'll
remember.
run it. Yeah, we should look into the traffic cams in that direction, like see if we recognize the ship going off away, like if we can't find it at the base, which I'm assuming it's already leaving or left.
Well, we still had some time because they said that the ship was getting ready a few minutes ago. So like we probably still have time to catch them, like as they're loading the ship.
Can we maybe issue a like a false lockdown on them?
You put out a fake
Yeah, like-
APB.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
not like a customs lockdown. Be like, we need to check your cargo again. We got worried
But
about
you
you
said we
smuggling
had
life
access
forms.
to dispatch. So like if we can dispatch a like literally like a few beat cops reporting that they got a report of a stolen vehicle, doing, taking some illicit cargo, and it matches the description of, something like.
I mean, we can say the suspects that they had on tape of Minala's kidnapping.
Mm-hmm. In fact, we have that whole case file. We can maybe use some of that case file to fabricate an APB, right? Like,
Just try and lock down the tarmac so they don't get air control
just
clearance.
slow them down for long enough.
I find this very clever.
Excellent.
What do you want to do?
That.
Tower, this is Red Rock. You know,
All right.
lock down all
So
runways.
whoever is fabricating the APB, give me a computer's check to sort of slip it into the dispatch AI's stream of commands. Not a very hard one.
Klob, you and
You're
me?
already in.
Yeah, sure. We can make this. Percy, you wanna be the one who calls it in?
Klob, I think I'll assist you. No, I think. Yeah, I'll assist Klob.
All right. Yeah, I got this.
I'm like
APB,
hovering over like,
I've
hey,
been those
plus
against
7,
me.
plus 3, plus 3, plus 2, plus 3. Like I'm like, trying to.
This is a criminal thing. It's really more Klob's deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to, like, bluff check to write it? Is that what you're saying?
Sure, Percy. Give me a bluff check.
Are we going to call in at some point to like tell people to go to the place, or is this just to distract them? I thought this was to get police.
This is
after
to
them, right?
get. This is just to get them, like the police or whoever, to slow down that ship departing, so we can get there in time.
Yeah. So at some point, somebody should like call in something and just like pretend to be another officer, so that this APB looks legit.
I
right?
have that guy's badge number!
This is Officer Smith, badge
Nice.
number 45702396. Yeah.
Percy, is that what you're doing right now?
Yes.
Excellent. So you call in through this sort of dispatch messenger thing, and you get a person that says, Roger, this is dispatch control. What's your report?
We've got a positive suspect ID match on case file, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, whatever it was.
Yeah.
We believe they may have the what would be the term for kidnap victim?
You probably know the code for. They have the 10-7, like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Percy totally knows the code. They've got
I
the...
believe they're trying to leave airspace immediately. We'd like to issue a shutdown.
Got it. You got a description of the vehicle?
No, but we've got a location, right?
We've got. I mean,
Did
we
we
know
see
that they're
it?
leaving right now, right? So if I ask them, if I just give them the window of time that it's scheduled to depart, right?
We have a location and a window of time. We don't have. A
Yeah, I'm
description of
trying to
the
get them
vehicle.
to shut down traffic, just in general.
I think it shut down traffic for 10 minutes.
Yeah, at least to do like a search.
So
Spot
what do you say?
inspection.
What do you tell them? What do you tell this guy?
We've got a window where we believe the vehicle will be trying to escape our atmosphere in our jurisdiction. We'd like to shut it down. We're not positive which vehicle it would be. We'd like to set up a checkpoint
We have a location
on
too.
all outbound flights.
We have a location too. So like,
So do you share the location or do you not?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I got the spot. Possible human trafficking, fleeing, and badge number. Just to log.
Whatever
Yeah.
that guy was.
Yeah, he's like, all right, thanks, Mister. And then it says the name. It's like,
Smith.
I'll get some people there. And he,
Appreciate it.
out.
Over and out.
Fun fact: over and out, contradictory, doesn't mean anything. Over and
How's
out
it-
both mean something, and they mean the opposite of those things. Over
Over
means,
just means
I
I'm
have
done
no-
talking and like right now, and
It
out.
is, I'm done
no more
talking, but I
talking.
need you to say something now. over means I'm done talking, you need to say something, and out means we're both done talking. I'm done talking, I don't need you to say anything.
Oh, so you would just say out when you're done, not over and out.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound as cool.
Over and out.
Right?
Maybe that's in boat parlance. Maybe it's different in spaceships.
Different. It's definitely different than spaceships.
To be fair, my grandpa was in the Air
Look
Force.
it
He
up.
said over and out.
Fair. Cool. So, Pip, you have traffic cams. You're looking at the dispatch thing, and you see a couple messages go out to some field units to kind of go to that location and see if they can get eyes on anything.
Cool.
I would like to whip up some disguises for us.
We're booking it there as fast as we can too.
Yeah, take off.
I love disguising. One time I put ornaments on my horns.
As you are,
You're
You
cutting
get
out hardcore,
sort of,
Lincoln.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
So-
You're back.
Okay.
So.
As you're taking off and flying, you're flying for a few minutes before the little alert on your controls that says law enforcement wants you to pull over light starts going off, and then the comm opens up and it says, what are you going by right now? Green Gibbon?
No, we're on.
Black.
We've gone through a dozen in a circle.
Pink Penguin.
We've actually probably landed back on Red Rock by now.
Red Rock, Red Rock, Red Rock. This is, Patrol Skiff 385. We've got a no-fly zone for the next 20 minutes. Need you to land and just hold tight. We'll
So
get you moving as soon as we can.
Passed off piloting to someone. I wanted
Yeah,
to
I'll
be
grab the
working
stick.
on just real quick throwing together just whatever I could do for disguises.
For-
Mainly just sunglasses. For whatever the interplanetary... I've learned
stewards?
apparently the alcoholic beverage control is in charge of human smuggling in California. Whoever they are, the obscure department that would be called in for this.
the alcohol and beverage. What is it? ABC, right?
It's the alcoholic beverage control.
Yeah, alcoholic beverage control in charge of human smuggling for some reason in this
Yes.
sector.
So you're trying to look like some obscure bureaucratic,
Yes.
some obscure bureau from the stewards.
Who just happens to like through some
It's a real bureau.
ABC is a real is in California.
It's California.
California, like the people in charge of alcohol are also in charge of human trafficking. Cause
Hi there, from the Census Bureau. I want to look for your kidnapped victim. Is
right,
that
exactly. Like the obscure piece of the stewards that happens to be in charge of human trafficking alien trafficking for no
Alien
reason.
Humanoid trafficking.
Sapient trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
Sapient trafficking.
So basically, we've all just got
And we're under, and
sunglasses.
we just want to send a call sign back that we're undercover, but we're blowing cover for this op.
Yeah. We could do the equivalent of when the undercover cops put the little red siren on top. Like Pip just turns on one brake light.
Just like a landing light, literally like a landing light.
Percy,
Just
give me a bluff check to convince this guy that that's who you
Should this be disguise?
are. Well, you do the
Or
disguise.
both.
You're gonna do a disguise, and
Okay.
then do your bluff check.
There's the disguise.
the disguises aren't great,
There's the bluff.
but the bluff is better.
But here's what I've got.
Oh, hold on. You guys, just shine a bright light at me, and these will become sunglasses. Let me get closer to the monitor. They'll turn into sunglasses eventually.
If you lean back or sideways and get the angle more extreme, they'll get shinier.
There we go.
No, mostly I just wanted to make him wiggle around. It'd be funny. Excellent. So you've
That's
got your
Pip. He has
disguises
prescription
on.
sunglasses.
But what do you say? What do you say to this guy?
Did you get my call? I put in a call with Officer Insert whatever person I was implying that I
Smith.
was
Yeah.
earlier. Smith.
Officer Smith.
Yeah. We've been trying to bust this ring for months. This is our first solid lead.
Wait, who are you with? What did you say? Which agency were you with?
Interplanetary Alcoholic Beverage Control.
The IABC.
I've never. Wait, IABC. What are they doing with human trafficking?
I want to refer him to the shitty government website that actually says that we're in charge of this.
Well, let me call this in real fast. Just sit down, just for a minute.
Listen, I understand protocol, but damn it,
Captain,
you know
there's,
how long we've been chasing this?
Captain, there's no time. Our sensors are indicating that they're ready for takeoff right now.
I've been cutting through red tape. I'll be damned if we're gonna lose our first solid lead because of some bureaucratic nonsense. Now you give me that permit.
There's a long pause.
Sorry. I'll mute myself for a minute.
There's a long pause, and then the pullover signal disengages, and he says, well, all right, this sounds pretty important, but you keep going, and I'll call this in. But you know, if I find that you guys haven't gone through the proper channels, you will need to set your ship down.
I understand.
All right, this is our sector.
Our territory.
I want to step on any toes.
All right,
Pursuit
we'll
of
call
justice
this
is hot
in.
right now.
And he's kind of like. Next game is CSI Waterdeep, just if anyone's wondering.
You're like,
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
sorry for CSI Waterdeep.
we wouldn't want this alien trafficking investigation to cause any traffic.
His skiff seems to be kind of following you at a distance, sort of keeping an eye on you in case he's called this in and he's waiting for a response, but he's not going to interfere right now.
Cool.
Pip, are you still looking at the traffic cams?
I'm watching traffic cams. I'm flying, and then watching
too,
the traffic cams out of the side of my eye to see if I can see anything. And I'm telling Vizov
He's forearm dude.
to get ready. Vizov and Rhiannon to get ready on weapons.
They are ready on weapons.
Fully charged, so that if this thing is docked and my Nala's not on it yet, we can blow it up before it gets her on board.
All.
I'm imagining in Spider-Man: Homecoming when Happy is on the roof, and they're getting ready to load the ship, but they're not quite loaded yet. I just want to blow the ship up before it takes off the side of the building.
Excellent. You look on the traffic cams. You're kind of glancing, and if Percy is, you're driving and looking at traffic cams.
I'm driving looking at traffic cams. I'm realizing that and I go chicken.
Yeah.
I need your eye on these cameras.
Got it. Chicken.
I need you to
pops up
find
and watch
where
it.
my Nala is.
Chicken starts tapping through, looks around, sees that no one else is on the bridge except for you guys, and turns into a dragon so that he has hands or claws. It's kind of awkward. He's only got 4 on each foot, kind of, but it's better than a beak. And starts tapping along, and then says, "Pip, I think I found her, but it's not good."
Uh-oh.
And shows you the footage. You're about halfway there, going as fast as you can safely go.
How fast can I unsafely go?
Unsafely go, you could go much faster than this.
I'm going at let's say, in the range between safe to entirely unsafe, 57% unsafe.
All right, 57% unsafe.
All right.
I'm
Sure.
blasting the highway to the danger zone.
I went to
Metal under tension,
the
begging you to touch and
danger
go.
zone.
Yeah, you're just like, we gotta go, and you slam on that accelerator forward right up to the little tape you've put on the throttle that says 57%. Sonic boom. Break some windows.
Sorry, what do I see on the thing from Chicken?
You see on the thing that Chicken shows you, those cops have shown up.
Mm-hmm.
They've got their cars pulled up around the warehouse, and they're you can sort of see them talking Yukon is saying something along the lines of, like, come out with your hands up. We have the building surrounded. And out comes a sort of tall female blue dragonkin like you'd seen before, but she's sort of slight and tall and wearing what looks like a suit. And she's got her hands up.
Do we see her before?
None of you have.
Oh, okay, sorry. You said like you've seen before. You meant like other dragonkin we've seen before.
Yeah,
Got it.
like Sandalore and the green one and Ozyrandian. And she's there, and she's actually got her hands up, and they're sort of like telling her to get on the ground, and she seems to be complying, but then as they come closer, sort of her fingers like spark, and chain lightning shoots out and hits all the officers, and they all go down, and then they leave. She waves for a vehicle to start coming out.
So from here, do we see the ship that they're loading onto, or?
You do not see a ship.
Okay, so they're getting like a car.
Yeah.
Okay.
A sort of van is coming out, and it's starting to take off.
All right, but we can see that van, we can see its plates, which I'm sure are...
Chicken is doing his best to follow it on the traffic cams.
Okay, I'm gonna say, asshole, we need you. My drone is here. I'm gonna have my drone, because AI is good at this sort of thing, start doing, like, computer vision image recognition on that van and those plates. And while Chicken is manually looking for, like, okay, wait, hold on, the next traffic cam is, oh yeah, it's 2 blocks that way. Okay, this one. Okay, there it is, right? Like, asshole is using AI to just literally, like, scan all of the traffic cams, like, in a loop, like, and doing, like license plate recognition, or whatever the equivalent is, and just like car recognition. Like, we're looking for the the white van that's this model and this make. Like, we know what that looks like from every angle, because we can, like, from the dealership's website, we have like a full 3D model of what it should look like, and so we know what it looks like from every angle, so we can just scan all of the channels for that image in any angle.
Fantastic. You're doing that, and with Chicken and your AI, they're able to kind of keep a pretty good bead on it.
And
it's
like just heading right to where it is.
You get that cool thing where you get the clouds coming off the wings. All of your, as you do this hard bank and turn, all of your little gauges go right up to red, but don't quite go in.
That's
like,
why we picked
perfectly,
57.
And then all back to... Did all of that.
58, and those would hit the red, and I'd have to fix something.
59, and the wings come off.
While we're heading over there, I want to try and whip up some like electronic warrants that have as best like the information that I've told them as I can get, just in case we need to like take over and say, not anymore, you're not, when we get there.
Can we? Oh no, Dives did Dives end up on the Separatist side? He did.
He did. Yeah.
I'm bad.
Also, if I can try and recreate those 3D printed badges without the actual like serial numbers, just something that I can flash.
Yeah, you can have that going, and it will look pretty good.
No, this is a rush job.
Yeah, and give me a computer's check to fabricate that.
28.
Nice.
28. Nice. You're able to fabricate something that's going to be pretty good right there. It won't hold up if they try to take it back anywhere, but to someone just looking at it, it'll look legit. And you've got a badge, sort of.
And I've got sunglasses.
And cool sunglasses. So yeah, you're, pedal to the metal, and sort of the little HUD overlay in the ship is like, beep, 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 beep. There's the van, and you look down, and then it says, it like adds 3 more contacts. They've got more than one van.
Okay.
All identical in a little cluster.
And they've all removed their plates?
They don't seem to have like plates.
Okay.
They didn't before, but your AI was able to track, like, these are the vehicles. These are weird cars.
What I want Asshole to start working on is we have video of the one Mainala got into. Like, we saw her get loaded onto this one. Start looking at like whether it's slight manufacturing defects, a ding from when that that guy hit their door with his door, right? Like the slight differences in the vans, and start using our sensors to determine which one Mainala is in.
Cool. It can start doing that as you're kind of like over the road as you're following this little group of vans. Um, does your AI have a computer's role it can do?
It does. Typically, for most checks, it uses mine. If I'm controlling it, if I'm not, I need to consult the rule book because I haven't bothered to figure out what it should be because I've almost always been controlling it. You want to come back to me?
Yeah, we're gonna come back to you. So you're flying right over these vehicles.
We've been booking it until over the vans, and I'm sure that we're faster than the vans. So like we get
You're
over
way
them, and I
faster
just
than the
boom, like cut the engines. And now we're just sort of floating over them.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to bank left and right, so that I'm never just stationary over them in an easy target. I want to bank hard right, bank hard left. Like I'm using horizontal
you're
motion.
Helicopter pursuit.
Yeah.
Should I get on like the PA, tell him to pull over? Do we
you
have
want
a
to
PA?
do that?
Yeah.
It's cool. So yeah,
Do it.
This is the IABC. Pull over immediately.
Spotlights.
You are in violation of Code 712.
This is IAPC. I am Big Cow.
I understand if Bob's bluff check has a disadvantage.
But it is not a bluff check because that is true. Telling the truth.
Therefore, diplomacy. Also a 0.
Computers
sort
is
of chasing
intelligence
them,
based.
they're kind of,
Yeah.
it should be.
Yes.
They're sort of weaving around, but they're sticking together. They're not splitting up. And then the back of one of them opens up, and you can't really see into the cab to sort of confirm if Maynal is in there, but sort of leaning out is a sort of a burly-looking Triaxon with what looks to be clearly a rocket launcher.
Oh, no.
That is direct violation of multiple codes.
It fires.
Flat cannon. Vizov is ready on weapons, and so is
Oh, he
Rhiannon.
totally is. He
Cool.
totally is.
This is why flat cannons exist, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, yes, definitely.
Cool.
Fires. This rocket shoots out, and then it sort of merges into a bunch of little rockets, which is very cool and dramatic, and they all move erratically.
Cool.
Give me a. I'll roll for Vizov.
You roll for Vizov, I'll roll for evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, do it.
Subtract 2 from that. I think I used the wrong number.
Vizov rolled very well.
So mine's actually a 29, not a 31.
Still good. You sort of bring the tail up to get out of the way, and Vizov is right on it. Sea-Wiz just buzzes as many of those as he can, and the few that do impact have little effect. They just get soaked by the shields, and it's fine.
So I've been digging, and as far as I can tell, at this level, it's at least like a +9 for his computers. It could be off by a little bit, but
Let's call it +9. Give me a roll.
all right. Oof, 15.
Mm-hmm.
To identify which one has that ding or that dent or that manufacturing defect that Maynal is in.
You get the little loading bar, boop, finishes, and it highlights 2 of the cars. And it says, with 45% accuracy, Maynal is in one of those 2 cars.
Okay.
Or rather, not that. It says that one of those 2 cars is the car I saw in the first video.
Okay. I want to cross-reference that with presence of Lashunta Life Science.
Okay.
Wait. Are we within 60 feet of her?
No, definitely not.
Can we get close enough to the van
Can we,
so
like,
we are?
get lower? Or the building's too tall right here?
You could try.
It'd be very tight.
It's really tight. You'd really run the risk of like clipping the wings off the red rock.
Before we do that, I want to scan for Lashunta life signs on those 2 vans.
You do that scan. I think it's a pretty easy scan. I'm not going to make you.
Cool.
You scan for Lashunta life signs. All 5 of the vans have Lashunta life signs on them.
Okay, now I would like to
This
further
trafficking ring is bigger than I thought.
determine Karasha or Damaya Lashunta. Because that's where they're going to fuck it up. They put a Lashunta on each one because they knew, but they're not going to have a Karaya and a Damaya on all of them.
Give me a computer's check to get specific.
All right. Klob, you want to give me a hand?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to give Klob a hand because I'm flying.
Yeah.
I'm just
Good
reading the
idea.
penal code out over the thing.
Cool. I helped Klob. Klob's got like a 35 or something crazy like that.
Percy, give me a bluff check.
It's like the end of Pirates of the Caribbean where it's like skullduggery.
It is absolutely like skullduggery, public indecency.
Yeah.
You're just listing off all the laws they're breaking.
Yeah.
Like speed limit laws too. Like they
Just
ran a red
everything.
light. Like
Klob, with that fantastic 35, you start scanning and realize they're all identical Lashunta life signs. These are decoys.
Whoa.
These are fake.
I think every one of them is fake. I don't think any of those is her, is Manala, right?
or
That's the implication. That
there's 4 fake ones and then the real one, right? Like
either
No,
that or
no,
they're
with
perfectly
Club, with
cloning
that
her somehow.
with that 35, you are totally confident all 5 are fake. They're all
Yeah,
spoofed.
cool. Okay.
you say they're all
Yeah.
fake. I pull the brakes.
Where are we going now? They're not going to come this direction if the fakes are here. They're somewhere else entirely.
They got to be going the other way. I U-turn and I go the opposite direction from the warehouse.
As
Since-
you start going the opposite direction, you see a ship taking off just straight up. It's small, it's sort of sharp and spiny, and looks very fast.
And okay, Chicken and asshole didn't notice this on the traffic cams back at the warehouse.
They don't have total coverage with the traffic cams.
Right. No, totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
They saw Manala loaded into a van, and then they saw those vans show up somewhere else later.
Got it. Cool. Booking it for that ship. Since
yeah,
we're going in
cool.
a straight line now because it's up and there's no, I don't need to do any turning. We're going full unsafe speeds.
68% unsafe.
No. 100% unsafe speeds.
Unsafe. Excellent.
The
Give me,
density of the air starts getting really important right here.
give me,
If you
an,
take the
actually,
shielding
give
off
me
the
an
back.
engineering check.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's related to ships.
Plus 18. This is my best check. 25. I'm rolling like shit today. I got like a 5 and a 6
Sorry.
and a 7. It's all right. 25 is still a good roll.
It is still a good roll.
Don't you also lower the DC because it's ships?
That's culture checks about hotshot pilots.
There's a piece of tape at 90% unsafe that says don't go above this. It goes across the throttle and you just push right past it
Rip.
all the way to 100. Yep, rip.
And also,
That's a
rip
bomber.
us.
The whole ship starts to shudder. Like, it just starts to shake. It hates this. The Red Rock does not like going this fast through atmosphere. It's unhappy about it. Yeah, it's bad. And, Percy, you
My
see
monitor's not level anymore.
all of the structural, integrity sensors are all like, boop, 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 stop doing what you're doing.
I want to tell Bree and whoever else knows about the ship, and maybe Klob, and I will also jump in, just start patching stuff.
I'll run around using
Keeping the
random
engine
power
cool
and
enough.
everything.
And
Like
trying
literally,
to take care of it.
literally, one of you just standing there with a fire extinguisher on the engine, just cooling it down.
Yeah. That could be whoever just doesn't know what to do. They can just do that.
Like the doctor, like Vizon, yeah.
Yeah, Percy, you're up on the bridge and you call that in, and you see Bree is down there, like every episode of Star Trek where Scotty's given it all she's got, uh, and stuff is bursting. There's steam for some reason. Why does
One of the
this
kobolds comes
spaceship have
spinning around the
steam?
corner going, I can do that, I can do that!
Yeah, there's a little explosion and two of the kobolds are flung like. Ah! No,
Wait,
they're
we
not.
have kobolds left?
The
No,
kobolds
you
put on a
don't.
red shirt before this.
You don't, but it's very funny. No, it's chaos. And Bree's like, "How long do you plan on doing this?"
Just till we get my Nala back! Hey! Bring the throttle back. She's back.
Only her name.
Lily, we're gonna
Yeah.
cut away to you.
Shoot. Okay.
You were loaded into the back of a sort of silver blue ion van,
Right.
being taken to the ship to be flown to Triaxis.
Probably underground, because we didn't see any above ground.
You're in the back of the truck. All you really hear is some shouting. It sounds something along the lines of like, "Get on the ground! Keep your hands where I can see!" Like law enforcement. And then you hear like these snaps, like little peals of thunder, and sort of pain, and then silence.
Wow.
And then Grexeros' voice saying, "I hate it when they make me do that. So uncivilized."
Oh.
Um,
Wow.
the doors are shut.
Okay.
You're driven for a ways. You feel like you go down a ramp at some point, but there's no windows, so you can't tell. And
Okay.
then when you are taken out of the ship, you are put onto this small, sort of spindly fighter ship with Grexeros and a few others.
Okay. Are the
and
others
then-
kobolds or like other people that work for Grexeros?
They
or
look
what?
like Triaxans. They look like Triaxans who work for her.
Okay.
You also see some hobgoblin mercenaries, but not many.
And Davrin's in here too?
Davrin is not here.
Oh. Okay, so just Grexeros and some Triaxian goons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I have an idea of like how many people?
Maybe 6,
Yeah,
other than
okay.
you and Grexeros. It's not big.
Okay.
You're sort of strapped down in your own room with the other with your guards, and the ship seems to take off. And then, because it's not very big, you hear, like from the cockpit where Grexeros, the pilots are, beep 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 beep. Yep, that's them. They're heading straight for us.
Was there any side conversations within the goons ranks at all?
Not really. It wasn't a long ride, and they seem quite disciplined.
Okay. Yeah, that was kind of my question. Great, cool.
You said not very big. How big are we talking ship-wise? Like
Like a large fighter.
I mean,
Okay,
if I
so
can hear
smaller than the Red Rock.
It's smaller than the Red Rock.
Oh, yeah.
It's much smaller than the Red Rock.
I mean, if I can hear, other data entry from where we are, then it's got to be pretty small if I'm so close to all the other compartments.
Yeah, it might be 80 feet long.
Okay, like a small boat.
Yes.
All right, great.
Cool. Back to the Red Rock. As
All right.
you guys,
My last
you know.
my last question is, what are my bonds like? Like, how am I bound?
those magnetic clamps again.
Okay, cool, gotcha.
And
Oh.
as you rocket
Just change the page.
into
Hold on.
the... Oh, sorry. Yes, I did.
No, you're good.
As you rocket into the sort of twilight sky, you see ahead is the small fighter, and off to the side is a much larger sort of dropship-like vehicle, also burning too much to come and catch you. Yes.
I have an important question. You told us it was 80 feet long. How wide is it?
Probably like 30 to 40 feet wide.
Perfect. Done. Can I tell you what I do now?
What do you want to do?
All right. We are going to open the cargo bay doors. I don't care what's in there.
I can't let you do that, Hal.
And because we're booking it so hard, and we upgraded the engines.
We did.
Definitely.
I want to get in front of this thing, match speed, open the cargo bay doors, and catch them. I just checked, and the cargo bay doors are 40 feet wide. 30 feet wide? 30 or 40 feet wide, which is what you said. And I'm looking at the map, and that's...
That would be insane.
But it's the ship itself is 80 feet long.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, these are 5 foot squares. Okay, no, I'm going to go back to my original plan. What I actually wanted to do, sorry, Alex suggested in a text to me the cargo bay. But I think our cargo bay is not quite big enough. Here's
I like the
we've
idea.
run out of space.
No, here's my original plan. I want to fly up next to them, match speed, because we're booking it full bore, and we've got bigger engines, because we're a bigger ship.
Yeah.
Get up next to them, match speed, get the docking clamps ready, and just grab them with the docking clamps. I want to just match speed, lean into them, grab them, and then, we'll see what we get from there.
All right. They're not gonna they're gonna do everything in their power to stay away from you.
Right, but every time they try and stay away from us, they're going to lose speed and distance towards their ally, right? Like.
So what's happening is they're flying up here.
Mm-hmm.
You're flying in from this way, and from where those other trucks had gone.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, that other ship is coming to help. It seems.
Sure, the other ship is getting closer, but if they were already going in a straight line towards the other ship, anything they do to avoid us will make that not a straight line and therefore not the shortest path.
Unless they turn and go directly to the other ship.
Were they not already going directly for the other ship?
No, the little fighter ship is just going straight up.
Not towards the ship it's trying to get to.
No, it's not trying to get to the other ship. Sorry, let me.
Sorry, that's what you said. You said they were heading towards
That's
each other, so at that point, any movement would be not a straight line.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
The little fighter ship
Mhm.
that Maynala is on, it's just going straight up. It's just trying to get into space.
Got it.
The other bigger dropshippy looking one is trying to catch up with it.
Okay.
And you are also trying to catch up with it. You are definitely faster than the dropshippy ship.
Okay.
And while you are probably faster in a straight line than the little ship is definitely more maneuverable than you are.
Certainly.
We could try
Alright, well, we're
targeting
already
his
going full
engines.
speed.
But like
killing its
we're
power.
gonna match speed and then ram into it with the docking clamps. Like that's the idea.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
It's like that scene in Inception, but it's like fighting it. Not Inception. Interstellar.
The other weird trippy eye movie.
Yeah.
Um,
Both Nolan.
yeah, you can definitely try to do that if you'd like.
What would you like me to roll?
That would be a piloting check, a very, very hard one.
Percy, I need you on this stick to control the docking clamps. I need your help.
Percy, go!
And your assistance on this
29.
one. 29, great. And then
Looks like I'm pretty fly.
and a 20. God, I'm rolling like shit today, but
It was a bad idea to give me sunglasses. No!
so the ship, it comes right up next to it. The docking clamps latch right on. It opens. Mynala's bonds disengage right as we completely take control of their ship as the docking clamps connect, and she just waltzes onto the ship, and their ship
stop!
explodes.
No, she does a triple front flip through
Triple
space
front flip
into the
through
ship.
space into the ship, right
And then I
As
stick
it
I
explodes.
stick the landing perfectly.
into the airlock.
And she says, "You guys, I found these infinite
Cred sticks.
credit sticks. Do you know what they're for?"
And we buy a space station in paradise, and we never hear from Blue Ion or the stewards ever again.
Or dives.
Wonderful, excellent. Thank you guys. It's been wonderful. This campaign's been a lot of fun.
I'm gonna buy a labyrinth.
No.
Try
So Pip, you got a 20 to bump into them.
To help Percy grab onto the
So you got a 20 to
Oh,
bump
so
into them, and
Percy's-
Percy got a 29 to grab.
Yeah.
Okay, so 29 and then plus Pip's assist. I see.
Um, they rolled a 28 on for their evasion roll. So you come close, and Percy, you go out to try to grab them, but they're able to sort of pull away just in time that you end up just clipping them. You hit them, and they sort of
Does that alter
spin
their
as
course?
Sorry.
It super alters their course.
Okay.
All right. In that case, I would like Viz off,
Mhm.
not Viz on, to target their
Dr.
engines.
Vizon and Vizoff, yeah. So you go up, you try to grab them, and Percy, you barely make it, but their ship is way more maneuverable than you expected.
No,
It's
better
more
yet, not
maneuverable
their
than it should
engines,
be.
like their rudders. I want to make them less maneuverable because we're already faster than them.
Cool.
That's a good idea.
Flaps?
They're thrusters. They're maneuvering
The
thrusters.
maneuvering,
Well,
I mean, we're still in atmosphere, so
Yeah. Whatever they use to maneuver.
yeah, maneuvering
Great.
thrusters, rudders, any maneuvering.
Excellent. You go up to grab them, and you clip it, and you just end up sending it spinning through
I'm
the
sure
air.
my stomach thanks you for that.
Manala, all you know, all
Smoothest
you
rescue
hear
ever.
is giant metal crunching sound, and then the whole ship spinning, and you're sort of pinned to the wall as one of the guards is sort of thrown towards you.
That's a lot of G's.
And then it kind of stabilizes. And Manala, you found that as when he hit you, he sort of damaged your restraints.
I was just gonna ask if he was attractive, so that works.
He's got a helmet on, hard to say.
Is it a sexy helmet though?
It's like the dad
And
punch helmet.
you've definitely got the Captain Marvel braces on that, like, to restrain you.
Okay. So
She
but one of
barefoot.
them's damaged. What kind of,
then you've got like sort of this crossbody harness that you're buckled into that you can't manipulate with your hands.
Right,
But
but it's
that's
slightly
totally
damaged.
jostled. Yes,
What kind of weapons do my captors have on them?
they've got It's unclear what they are. They look kind of like a short shotgun-like energy weapon.
Okay. Does it look like it would be something that could be fired very precisely or no?
It looks like not precise. Looks like kind of more of a crowd control-y, prisoner control-y weapon.
I see. Okay. Cool. I will, if I can, start like stealthily wiggling. That would be great. Like
So you're
just
trying
out
to.
of my thing.
So you're not trying to break it. You're trying to squeeze out of it.
So where you from?
Yeah.
Then
I mean,
give
we're
me
in combat, so they're probably kind of distracted. But
And the ship is spinning, so
Well, this would I would say give me like an athletics or acrobatics check to get out of this harness, depending whether you're trying to break it or you're trying to squeeze
pick
out of it.
athletics.
ooh, it's a tough choice. Let me look.
I would assume you're better at athletics.
You would assume correctly. I was like, but wait, no, it is. You're right.
Just knowing what I know from the 18 and 12 I'm looking at.
So that plus 10, so 21 for athletics. That's trying to burst out, I would assume.
With a 21,
God of Thunder!
that guard, that goon's comrade goes to try to pick him up off of you, and as he does, you sort of like are able to sort of brace your feet against the bulkhead wall and push and sort of break these straps that had been sort of keeping you seated here.
Way awesome.
The latch was damaged when he hit it, and you're able to kind of just force it open.
The guy who was on me that's being lifted off, can I
Mhm.
try and snag his weapon?
You don't have hands. You've got Captain Marvel magnetic gauntlets on
That's
right
what
now.
you meant. Got you now. I've got you. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I clock a guy?
Heck yeah, you can. Why do you think I gave you big bludgeony handcuffs?
All right, great. Now I can roll improvised weapon.
Your favorite weapon. Don't you
It
have
is.
weapon proficiency in improvised weapon?
I do. So this is plus 8, I think. So 18 to hit this guy.
Bonk. You just bring that roundhouse around, and you just crack the visor on his helmet.
Would
The
you
guy
like
who's kind of unconscious already.
damage or
Sure, roll damage.
no? +4, so 7.
7, excellent. We're gonna be kind of cinematic because it's more fun. You crack this guy in the visor, and he goes down. And then the dude behind him sort of pulls out his sort of little remote on his little vest and pushes it, and your two restraints go punk together.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's Captain America in the elevator.
Can I just, like, this way? Into someone else?
Sure, give me another attack roll.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna do that till I need to kick, I guess.
Hey,
That +8, so a lot.
thought it
And
was
then...
+10.
No, it's +8 to hit.
Oh, okay.
And then... I am assuming that hits.
That's super hits, yeah.
So 7 damage again.
Excellent. You, with both of them together, you go in and you just knock another guy against the bulkhead. He's not down, but he's got the wind knocked out of him. And then the dude who had the little remote pulls out that weird little tiny shotgunny looking thing and pulls the trigger, and this big cloud of blue sparks. Like a big, it almost looks like someone took a bunch of snow and shot it out at you. Except when it hits you,
Beautiful.
it is very beautiful. But when it hits you, it's painful and electric, and you sort of like seize up a little bit.
Does it mess with the tech on the cuffs?
We're gonna get back to you in just a
Okay,
moment.
sounds good.
Back to you, Pip. You tried to hit him and it didn't work, so you shout to Vizov, fire at their. You wanted them to try to use the
rudders, the maneuvering thrusters, yeah.
Cool. He's got a +9, I believe. So do that for him.
All right. +9, you say? 27. Of course, when I'm rolling for someone else, I roll well.
Well, Vizov is on it, and he's like, "Got it, boss." And he starts firing, and the first few pulses miss, but then he takes out, their tail rudder, and they start to spin one way slowly. And now it seems to be all the pilots can do just to keep going up.
Because they're spinning and, like, weaving. Yeah. Great.
Take another pass of
It
clamp.
really doesn't make that sound because sound can't travel in a vacuum. Only light can.
You're
We're
still
not
in the
really in space
atmosphere.
yet.
We're in the atmosphere still.
Oh, okay. So there's still cool sound effects. I talk about astronomy all day. You have to forgive me.
It's all right. What else would Team Ship like to do?
Should we take another run at grabbing him?
Yeah, we can. Klob, what do you want to do?
I think I can only help right now. I wish I had a spell that could do anything.
Where do we want to get Klob? Klob, you have on occasion gone out onto our hull.
That's true.
Well, do you want me to try to grab them, or do you want me to try to make us faster?
If we could get close enough, do you think you could jump from hull to hull? You got
Yeah,
magnet
totally.
boots, so you would jump, you'd hit, and then you'd be spinning, but then you could stabilize, and then you could like...
In real life, definitely not. But by Fast and Furious logic, hell yes.
Hell yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I have jump jets and magnet boots. I
I
can do anything.
we have to have for safety, you can just have like a...
Klob, we need you in the airlock.
All right, cool. We're gonna shoot me out, right?
Fastball special.
I've always wanted to be a cannon.
I'm gonna pressurize the airlock
Oh yeah, just pump that shit up.
full of
Overpressure-
air,
overpressurize it, yeah.
such that when we open it, because it's it's thin atmosphere outside, he's gonna go, and then he
Like
can
a can
jump
of
jet.
Coke.
He's got jump jets to steer, and then he's got the magnet boots to stick the landing.
And it's
Yeah,
got the
you guys
pressure
just aim
buildup
right.
for the initial burst of speed.
Percy, I would like you to have the stick while I do calculations.
Sounds good.
All right, Klob, you're in the airlock. It starts to overpressure. Your ears pop.
Stomping my foot.
You're ready to go. You just hit that green button and you're out.
So I'm gonna swing by, and when like in a flat spin, and when the airlock lines up, Chip can pop it.
All right. Computers check from Pip and Club. Give me I think fly is gonna be what you need to
Fly
do.
check. I don't
29
know if fly
piloting
is a
to
check
aim.
anymore.
Is that not a check anymore?
I don't know. I don't see it. No, it's not. Could I use
The,
engineering?
the airlock opens, Klob goes flying out the magnet. Oh, he's back.
Flying, and he never stops flying, and he flies off to magical Rainbow Cowland, where everything is great.
I could use piloting, I could use engineering since it's equipment, or I could use survival because I'm flying on a jetpack towards a ship.
Survival.
I'd say piloting then.
Alright, cool. That's the
All right,
best one.
29 to aim, 18 to time,
To
and
assist,
20
yeah.
to land.
I'm
one's
assisting.
like
I'm assisting Percy. So that's a 32 or 33. I don't remember if it's +2 or +3 on the assist.
I think it's +2, but I'm not sure.
So I had said in my head I was saying that the DC for this should be 25 because it is so ridiculously difficult. But because you're within 5, Klob is not immediately killed.
Sorry, our greater than
No,
30.
all
I just like spat all over. Our greater than 30 piloting check.
We're gonna say all of that together. He hit Klob. You launch out of the airlock. You're flying at it. It's coming on, and then you're able to kind of grab onto the wing, and it's spinning, and the centrifugal force is trying to pull you off of this thing.
He didn't get the magnet boot landing. He got the grabbing the wing landing. All right.
He's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're trying to kick your feet up to get the magnet boots on there.
Muscles not as strong as magnets!
Klob, give me a athletics check to pull yourself up.
Athletics!
Go, go, go.
24!
24, you're able to just barely, and then you start slipping, and cram your horns into a damaged part of the wing, and you stop.
Do I hear that?
Just thunk.
Yeah, I use the
definitely
whole armor
hear
thing
that.
where it like armors into the horns while they're jammed in to like, give myself little like harpoon
yeah.
kind of things to stay there, but I'm stuck.
You're holding on. It's gonna take you a little bit to get situated, but you're on there.
I'm here. I can't move much.
Maynala,
Can I reach out telepathically, like in a bubble around me, and just what minds do I sense?
you sense the other goons kind of in this tense moment. We go bullet time, and the other goons are sort of panicking as you've broken free a little bit.
There's
You
slow
look
motion
down.
flying across the room.
Oh yeah, everything is spinning, so everything is sort of being sucked to the walls. Like, you see that your restraints are starting to glitch from being shotgun.
All right.
Who knows what that's gonna do?
Oh.
And then as you reach out, you hear in your mind the very familiar sense of Klob panicking for his life.
Okay.
That happens.
I think
I know that
can
panic
do...
poo anyway.
I'll just respond to Cobb and be like, "You're doing great, kid." Okay. And just mentally
+2
reach
morale
out.
bonus.
And then I want to try something weird.
I love it when my players try something weird.
I don't know
Like
what I'll
shoot Klob out of the airlock.
Klobb's ears are stuck in the hall. This has nothing to do with Klob. It's just weird. So I have a psychokinetic hand ability, which I occasionally forget about and then remember 3 months later.
Ooh.
I was gonna see if we make the DC more for whatever I would roll to do that. I think I don't roll normally. It's just a spell like ability.
Normally it's like mage hand. Like
Yeah. So it's just you just roll, I guess, and it has to be within 25 feet of me, and I can move the object. But what I'd like to do is attempt to, rather than move one object, remove the remaining of the snow beautiful weapons off of the goons and just throw them into the air.
Disarm them.
Well, right now everything is kind of being sucked to the walls.
you're spinning.
Oh.
as because you're spinning.
Point.
That should make it
Ooh,
extra easy. The
does-
psychokinetic hand doesn't
Is
need to
one
go
of
big.
them kind of on a decently far wall, an exterior wall, and has a grenade on his belt?
Because you could pull the pin on that,
Oh, I can.
and he would go
that's
out,
true.
and then there would be a door for Klob to come in.
I'd like to use Keen Observer and see if I noticed earlier, while captured by these people and not blindfolded apparently, if any of them had grenades.
Yes, yes,
Great.
because this idea is amazing.
Psychokinetic hand!
There's one guy across the room, and he's sort of thump, sucked against the wall, and he's sort of reaching to get his weapon that's also sucked against the wall, just out of arm's reach. And you sort of reach out with your telekinesis, and you push the little arm button boop, on his grenade, and he doesn't notice for a second, and then he looks down just in time to be confused, and then an explosion that just rips a hole in the side of the ship. Club, you see an explosion coming from inside the ship rip a hole, and a dude, or most of a dude, gets sucked out.
Oh,
And then some chairs and gear.
everything's flying out.
It's like in every movie with Air Force One
These
where there's a
guys
hole in it.
blew it.
Nice. I'm going to. Can I know that I'm stuck by my horns. Can I like get my my salamander ready? Can I like wrap the tube around my body and
Yeah,
try
you
to
can
get...
totally do that. You're kind of in a situation where you can do stuff, but if you want to move, it'll take an athletics check.
Nice. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to then after I like get that out, I'm going to actually. I guess I'll need an athletics check because I'm going to use both the jump jets and the salamander to blow like in one direction, so I can like try to just blast myself towards that hole
Fantastic.
and
Good
then
idea.
release the horns. So athletics check and
So metal.
Athletics
The
check.
cow,
Just athletics
fucking
check.
flamethrower. It's
ooh, only a 16.
The horns.
16. You go off of there, and you sort of are able to kind of jump off, but the ship is moving in weird ways you didn't anticipate, and again
It's spinning.
you grab onto the edge of that hole. You got a
Okay.
good grip now, though. You got your mag boots on the ground. You got a good grip on the hole, but you're not inside yet.
Okay, cool. I'll start like get as like carefully as I can going forward. I know it's spinning fast, so I don't want to fall off. And trying to get inside and look for Manila.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's anywhere on the ship that we could target that could maybe slow down the rapid spin? Make it a little
The
easier for them.
other rudder, the other tail fin.
all right. I would like to target the other rudder.
Excellent. Give me a roll for that.
I'd like Vizoff to do that rather.
Yeah,
No, Rhiannon this time. Because Vizoff hit the one, Rhiannon can hit the other.
sure.
Natural one.
Oof.
Please don't shoot the cow.
Cow.
Rhiannon may have just shot the cow.
That's okay. The force will push him in.
Small. He's kind of small. I don't think she would shoot him.
She might hit a different system though, or just miss completely.
She's going to kind of shoot, but the gyro laser kind of goes a little wild, and it's going to kind of pepper the whole ship with sort of lasers, and the whole ship sort of shudders and veers erratically and violently. And Maynala and Klob, I need some athletics checks to stay in the ship.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, athletics check. Okay.
Manala's good
Can
at
do.
those.
Yeah, don't say that before rolling ever. And then plus 10, so
18.
yeah.
18, and for Neeb Colossus,
29.
29.
I
Excellent.
just rolled really poorly, so I rolled poorly.
It's not that bad.
I'll set your drop down, Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
Klob, you're totally in there. You're solid, but Maynala, you sort of lose your footing and you start to fall. But Klob kind of grabs you. So Klob, you're totally solid, but you're holding Maynala. who's not quite falling out of the ship. One of the
Nice.
goons gets sucked out. He falls. Um,
Clob, let go. We've got you.
Let go of the ship.
Percy, get the cargo bay doors open. We'll catch you. Get the jump jets ready.
Cool. I'll hold on to my Nala. I'll like just try my best. We're inside the ship, right? But I'm like, I just stepped in.
yeah,
You like
Okay.
pulled yourself up and then caught Minala as she was.
Yeah.
yeah, and you've got Maynala in one arm, and you're ready to go.
Okay, what I want to do is just like thrust off of one thing and swing backwards on the magnet boots so that I'm outside of the ship before disconnecting them, and that will like jettison me off of it if I
Ooh.
can.
Thrust away, as they say.
That is super cool. You do that, you're ready. Pip is giving you the countdown. You see the ship is Red Rock is right there. The doors opening up. Stars are starting to be visible as you guys are getting so up high. Maynala, you're getting dizzy. There's
Yeah, I
not
was
a lot
gonna
of
say I'm
oxygen
like
up
about
here.
to pass out.
It's only been like maybe a few seconds without a lot of oxygen, but you're
Okay.
starting to feel it. And Klob, you are ready to go when that big other dropship has now finally caught up with you guys and is attempting to kind of interpose itself between the rock, and the smaller ship.
As Percy is piloting,
Yep.
I would like to like spin my chair around and grab another weapon station, and me, Vizov, Rhiannon, just fire everything in that drop ship. You know, all guns that will not pass through near Klob and
yeah.
Minala, to just keep it off of us as we catch them.
Absolutely. It kind of interposes itself. You start just like unloading on this thing. You're carving big holes in its armor. It seems to have kind of this ablative armor and very little shielding. You're just laying into this thing with everything you've got. It's shooting back at you. With sort of like these 4 gyro lasers all firing at you. And through this chaos, Klob, you clutching Maynala, you kick off of the ship. And I'm not even going to make you roll because it's so cool.
Bye-bye.
Kick off the ship. And as you guys are entering into space, and the sound falls away, and there's just lasers and particle beams and flak fire going back and forth, you sort of soar with your little jump jets and then land in the cargo bay. And the doors emergency lock closed.
Manala!
And as
Manala, you alright?
as it pressurizes, this comes back, and the ship is kind of being rocked by being shot at.
Percy, take us down.
Aye. Should Paladin check to down? Should I just
Yeah,
nosedive?
you just do it. If you're just nosediving, you just do it.
Yeah, nosedive, just not into the other ship.
I turn around and I start looking at the pilot computer. I want to get us over the city, such that they will have to like shoot at the city and incur the wrath of the locals and like the entire local militia if they start shooting at us, because they're gonna miss some and it's gonna hit the city.
Yeah, you dive down, and you're flying low.
We'll break some
over
traffic
the,
laws, but like
Oh, you break a bunch of
Traffic laws? I know
But-
those.
All of
But
the
as
traffic
far
laws.
as the local law enforcement is concerned, you guys are from the IABC.
exactly, we got the warrant and everything.
They do not pursue you. They break off their chase. Through your little long distance scopes, you see sort of the big dropship go and kind of grab onto the little ship, and then some things happen, and then it lets go of the little ship. The little ship self destructs, and the big ship flies away.
Cool. As we get near the city, hard burn, level out.
Is there any way for us to know, either through hacking or whatever, like to check their sensor logs to see if I want to say Griselda, and that's completely wrong.
Grexeros.
Griselda.
Griselda.
Wasn't super wrong.
Dude, it's been a long day. is still
It's
alive,
Grendel.
or like if everybody on the ship just died, or what?
I mean, her ship wasn't destroyed,
Oh, I thought you said it blew
and
up.
you saw it with the ship briefly.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, interesting. Cool. All right. Well, yeah. Um, Percy, Clob, thanks for getting me out of there.
Yeah, glad you're
Uh,
okay.
I don't tell you anything. We should get out of here. Yeah.
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 I heard that it's really good to like take the back ways and go onto the dark side of the planet, then leave the planet. That's a better way to do it.
Let's do that. Percy,
Alright.
you're flying, so
Straight to the dark side.
Do we need to be on this planet anymore? On Verces?
Don't think so.
Oh.
We came here to help the Xenomwardens.
and they're all helped, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then we just caught the attention of Blue Ion, but now I think we're good. How are we doing on
Tell me
fuel?
about it.
Can we make it to the dark side?
You're totally good on fuel.
Cool.
All right.
Nice.
Let's go to the dark side and then get into the drift. I don't have a destination in mind right now. Worst case, best case, worst case, whatever. Freeport's always there, and
Maybe
we know
we should
nobody
look
will
at the
harass us
news.
there. So
You want to look at the news?
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, I just want to get into the drift before we can
Yeah, look at
download.
Well, once we're on the drift, we won't be able to have
Right, I'm saying
outside
like
communication.
I can rapid set to download a bunch of news, and then we can peruse it when we're in.
But it'll be old by the time you read it.
Girl, I gotta get out of here. Okay, I got kidnapped.
All right. We're heading for the drift, Pip.
Perfect. You guys get out. You go into the drift.
I'm able to download
Whew.
some news.
Yeah, when you can catch a little break after all that action. Like, I'm feeling
Oh.
adrenaline.
Casino
Before we head out,
Planet?
I'm reporting Agent Smith.
Oh, for bribery?
And
Okay,
he had some
so
bogus story about human trafficking too.
So
I mean, you know how many tax dollars that cost Versus?
All I heard is that you impersonated basically some kind of alcohol ship. I'm not.
Well,
I was Darius
I don't know.
Pease from CSI Miami.
because
Okay.
the interstellar alcohol.
It's interplanetary, I think, right?
Oh, interplanetary
Interplanetary.
alcohol.
We don't have jurisdiction over the alcohol in space.
No,
I am
just the ones on
Bruce.
planets.
Yeah,
In space, it's international. It's confusing.
Yeah.
It's a different bureau.
That's
So
federal.
it's intraplanetary.
federal.
Right, intraplanetary
Okay,
alcohol.
Intraplanetary alcohol
What was ABC?
buying and consumption.
Alcoholic
Alcohol,
beverage
black
control.
holes,
Alcohol and beverage
uh,
control, which is in charge of human trafficking for some reason.
Oh,
Excellent. So you're in the
One thing I'm
drift.
not
You're able to take a look at recent news feeds, and sort of catch up on what's been happening. I have to go back in my notes a little ways.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out too. And also, I heard that our coalition friend was disposed of earlier this
Well,
episode.
you never met
Friend
him,
might
so
not be the right word anymore.
I didn't.
Yeah, we can
We're not-
catch you up on the whole coalition thing, and because you heard the word coalition separately.
we're not gonna tell Minala about that. I say as we're all like Klob and Minala are in the cargo bay, and I turn to Percy and be like, "We don't need to tell Minala about the blowing up of the
What did you
kidnapper."
do, Pip? What did you blow up?
Damn it, Klob!
Right?
I like.
No, I think Maynala just says that anytime she sees Pip.
Yeah, and I psychically into Pip's head. I'm like, I am fucking psychic, so you better fucking tell me. Or I'm
Klob,
gonna
why'd
find
you
out
tell
anyway.
her?
Yeah, I didn't mean to. It was an accident.
They were kidnapped too. I blew up their kidnapper. I'm a hero.
Hey, we got this cool gun. You want it?
Is it nice?
It's a piece of paper.
We gotta hack it
Don't
to make it.
the paw print.
And then yes, I actually really wanted it, and that's really cool.
It is the most improvisable weapon.
Sounds right.
All right.
And
It's an origami
really sweet.
gun.
Once we get in a
I'm gonna beat your ass with a crane.
stable drift, just heading.
Yeah.
I want to get us on a heading where we're not actually going anywhere in real space yet. Like we don't really have a destination. We're just sort of drifting, right? Yeah.
Literally drifting.
I said that worst case we could go to Freeport because we know nobody will bother us there.
Perfect. Yeah. Freeport's a
Yeah.
good temporary destination.
Yeah, but Yeah, what is up with the news?
But
What's going down?
And let's all get in the conference room and have a chat. Have a
Yeah.
Like
Also,
just
can
the
I-
crew or everybody?
the crew,
Okay. Chicken?
So,
like us, just us.
Okay.
The party.
oh, okay. Can I also get some medical attention?
Yeah, I can help patch you up while we're
Can
there.
you like do that
Yeah,
while
you-
we're talking?
Yeah, you've got like the cyber armband and like a robot IV. Like you're beat up.
Cool. And for convenience purposes, let's say we all catch each other up on everything. Cool.
Okay. But
Yeah.
in real life,
Yeah.
actually catch me up after the session.
Will do.
thanks.
Basically, there exists this group called the Coalition. They're a
Right.
bunch of corporations that don't like Blue Ion, and they want to help us oppose Blue Ion until we blew up their envoy, which I did. But
Well,
you know.
they might still want to. I mean, he was hired by the coalition.
Right, so he wasn't even a member, really.
It's not that big a deal.
And from you, they were going to take you to Triaxis. They wanted to take all four of us to Triaxis. Regirax is mad at us for some reason. They wanted to know how we'd been getting all these lucky breaks, and I said, I don't know, ask our GM. Like 'cause they were like, how did you know about Harper's plan, and how did
You have a general manager?
how did you be in all the right places at the right times?
Galactic manager.
And you
should
told
have
them the
just
truth.
lied and said that I was sleeping with Dives.
There you go. That
You
would
should
have
have just. That's the most believable thing that you could have said.
you could have said. They were interrogating you.
You could have said that too.
I wasn't there being interrogated.
Klopp could have said that. I don't
Should
know.
have called
No,
them.
it was
I
just you,
forgot.
You're the
Minala.
only one there, Maynala.
Minala, it was only
I
you.
forgot that it was just me that got tortured. I'm so
Right.
beat up that I thought we all
And
got
the
tortured.
kobolds.
The kobolds.
Which we were not able to save because
I'm starting to think Manala did sleep with Dives.
They probably
You
according
didn't
to
save the
apparently not the
kobolds?
truth. They only had.
they weren't on your ship, and because they weren't in the room with you, so they must have been on the vans. Like, we don't know what they did with the kobolds.
They said that, well, to you, they said that the person would be wanting them back, the dragon.
So they're probably also on their way back to Triaxis, just
You gotta
via.
get interrogated and tortured. That sucks.
There's nothing we could do about it. It was you or the kobolds, and I'm
No, but
sorry.
They know a lot about us.
I'm sorry, Minala, but we really care about you. I mean, shit. As much as I love the kobolds, Minala, you are more useful to the party.
Pip's having an emotion.
I saw it. I saw it. It was crazy, right?
And it's not greed.
For clarification, did the kobolds ever learn about chicken?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
Not
we're
to
the
your
only ones who know
knowledge.
about chicken. Chicken is
Good.
very good about only letting us know.
So
Sorry, Lincoln, did you get your... Did I buy you enough time to find your notes about the news?
I did. Found all the
Great.
notes.
Nice.
great.
And some of this may have been repeated.
That's okay.
Triaxis, as you guys turn on the news to see what's been going on, Triaxis has left Pack Worlds.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we knew that.
The Vescarium fleet they've sent to reinforce the stewards has arrived.
Okay.
It's currently moving into Bethia, I think, is the big gas giant.
Yeah.
So
I think we're right.
Vescarium fleet is reinforcing.
The
Stewards?
loyalist stewards.
Yeah, the loyalist stewards. No one is happy about this. Because the commentators are talking about how, the Vesk don't like to give back stuff that they conquer.
Right.
And this is sort of seen as like an excuse to start annexing parts of the Pact Worlds.
Oh,
The other
my
thing about
God,
Traxxas
that's
that we know is
true.
that Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
They're good.
The metallic dragons seized control
Of?
of Triaxis. Like, the chromatic dragons didn't really get a vote in it. Or, sorry, no, vice versa. The
Yeah.
chromatic dragons took
Yeah.
control. The metallic ones didn't get a vote.
Yeah.
The metallic dragons didn't want to succeed. The chromatics did. The chromatics kind of hostile takeover. They've seceded for now.
Trexit.
Trexit.
Right.
Gotta write that down now.
Hard Trexit.
We said that a couple
The
sessions
metallic
ago,
is
too,
Scotland.
Jake. You just missed it. Trexit.
Yes.
Big deal.
What else? You guys are on the news.
Again?
They don't know it's you, but they're
Oh.
talking about a shootout that happened over overseas.
It's the damn Agent Smith.
Wow. Is there anything in the news about the Xeno Wardens?
Yes, there's stuff about the Xenowardens, talking about these, talking about the blue ion seek bases that they found.
Oh, so they're publicly
Interviews.
interviewing about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good for them.
No reason why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Great.
How about what's going on in Galarian Station?
You mean Absalom?
I mean, Absalom Station. I'm sorry.
You see footage. There's a story on how the Steward fleet, which once outnumbered Dives' fleet 5-1, is now down to 2-1.
We knew that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see all this footage of these like badly damaged ships.
That's not looking good.
And the final story is that Jan Vokulis
Yeah.
has taken to, like, I guess on the bright side, he's kind of moved out of the system and into neighboring systems and is raiding settlements there.
For supplies or what?
He's just being a pirate.
Okay.
That's good news.
He's just a
He's
dick.
back to normal piracy.
He's just a dick.
And to clarify,
and-
the forces that are 2-1 now instead of 5-1,
That's the
That's-
loyalists.
I was like loyalists versus
Dives.
Dives.
The separatists.
Dives. Okay. So the loyalists have been really hammered. Is that
Yeah, they're losing bad.
okay?
The loyalists
Cool,
have a lot
gotcha.
more ships, but the separatists.
Well, we've
have
been
much
seeing their
better
like
ships.
stealth attacks.
All right.
Right.
So we just watched like the
And the last thing is that the loyalists are totally like taking applications for like mercenaries to help them.
yeah.
Right.
All right.
And now they've got the Veskarian fleet, so that should help.
We just watched the like NPR morning update. Like
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it sounds
Version.
really intense.
we turn the TV off and then we turn. It's the four of us around the table. I think we should go to Triaxis.
Yeah. Do you think that we could, bring Atao over there? Do you think he could, guide him right?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Atao, just like all the rest of you.
He says
He's great.
into the plant that's in the corner.
Right. As if it's listening.
But I'm not sure Atao's reach extends that far. I mean, if it does, and Atao is clearly on our side.
I like tap Pip on the shoulder and I'm like, that's my sea fern. Like, it's fine.
Then I mean, sure. But the real thing I'd like to bring to Triaxis is a can of fucking whoop ass for Regirax. Excuse me.
That sounds good.
And chicken.
Okay, why do you want to bring chicken?
Chicken
I'm worried
is
about taking chicken there.
the rightful king or whatever. It's like that play they were
know.
playing back in Azamar. The like leader of the jewelry.
The king of the necklace. No.
The emperor of the bracelet. That one.
Yeah, no, I love that one.
And they reforge the mining laser and give it to the dragon so he can come back and
Oh, yeah, sure, the mining laser of justice.
Yeah,
Mythical
yeah,
weapon.
that-
Yeah, absolutely.
I only watch the ones that they put on hollows. Anyway, Chicken doesn't even want to be a king of Triaxis or anything, does he?
Also, the only thing that we know is that a lot of people on Triaxis do not want to return to a regency and would do everything in their power to assassinate him.
all right,
Most
well,
people don't even know
don't
he's
involve
alive.
chicken, but we still, I think, all signs now are pointing us to Blue Ion and Triaxis.
I could agree with that, but if we want to take out Regirax, I feel like we need reinforcements.
Who?
And
I
do
don't
we
know,
remember
maybe that
the-
coalition group that we heard about?
I don't want a bunch of corporations backing me.
It's not backing you. It's more like
Sure.
giving you free shit so you can do more awesome stuff.
That's how they get you, though.
Percy, back me up
Right
here.
in your pocket. Never climb out of there.
All right, here's how we do it then. We go in, we use their free shit, and then afterward, we all get fake identities, and we live that way afterward.
I do like fake identities.
What were you going to say, Lincoln?
Do you guys remember the hard drive that the specialist gave you guys? Who has that?
Oh,
No.
No, I didn't.
I have that. Yeah,
Okay.
I plugged it in and looked
We
at
should
it.
look at that.
What's on it?
Or could I not plug it in?
Oh, he told you what was on it.
What's on
Oh,
it?
yeah, what was on it? I forgot.
The military grade.
Oh, the virus.
Virus called pitch. Yeah.
Right.
And that was you guys going to be paid with infinite cred sticks to plug that into Blue Ion.
Yeah.
Right, and he said we could get it into any part of Blue Ion and it would work.
Yeah.
Any part of Blue Ion?
Yeah,
He said
we don't.
anything connected to the system. It would just
Right.
take
Do you
more time the
remember-
bigger the system.
Do you
It
remember when we?
replicates the system.
Do you remember when we went to that?
Yes.
I guess it was a warehouse, and we talked to that
Yes, we
kobold
pretend to be
receptionist,
journalists.
and there was that
Yes.
sign, that mural of him on the
Yes.
wall. I mean, that's their
Yes,
system.
drinking his hot
Wait a
coffee.
minute. I have a back door in that system.
You do. You
Give
can
me-
log onto it right now.
There you go.
Give me the pitch.
Oh, the back door from way back when.
Here you go. Grab it from Bull.
Pip, you've got this little hardened drive that you haven't seen before until right now.
Make sure that's separate from the Red Rock's flight systems.
Yes.
Completely.
I would like to do a quick analysis on an isolated system, just of what pitch is.
Sure. You partition off a little drive, plug pitch in, let pitch do its thing, and what it does is it's a virus that hides as parts of the program. It's so subtle that if you didn't know it was there, you didn't know you just did it, you'd never be able to tell what is pitch and what is the little dummy program you built.
Cool. Oh shit, what's its name? The one that was in the Iranian centrifuges.
Yes, very similar, but like times
It-
to 11.
Okay, the thing that was in the Iranian centrifuges, my understanding, is that it infected all sorts of. It would infect whatever it could, but it literally would only drop the payload when it realized it was on the centrifuge machines.
Well, yeah, pitches like that. It affects everything,
Mm-hmm.
becomes part of it, and sometimes even starts doing like jobs for the program.
Great.
Blend in.
And what's
and
the
then when you
signature
tell it
it's
to-
looking for? Yeah.
It isn't looking for a signature.
Okay.
It just waits to be told to kill itself,
And then everything.
and
goes.
then drag down whatever program it was attached to.
Okay. I'm sure that the coalition set it up so that they give the kill signal. I've got the copy of pitch here. What is the kill signal, and can I take control of the
Could
kill
you
signal?
replicate it?
Right. So I'm sure that in pitch there's some. It's got the public key and they've got the private key, and like as soon as they send the signed message that says "kill it," it'll drop it. I just want to replace that public key with my public key.
You could try. This is like the most complex virus you've ever seen. This was built by a large team of extremely high-level scientists.
I literally just want to replace the signal. So like typically. Let me speak to literally my thesis. When there's a
Oh, no,
backdoor
we've
in a
included
system,
a computer virus when we had a computer engineer in the game.
we look at the example of Juniper and ScreenOS. They had essentially what was like a manufactured backdoor there, and we don't know who the key was originally to. And then
Easy cues.
someone literally came in. They didn't touch the backdoor, which was pretty complicated. They literally just said, "Oh, hey, those are the keys," and they swapped out the keys for their own keys. That's what I'd like to do.
I'm gonna say it's built to resist tampering, so this is gonna be really hard for you to do.
Okay.
Like it's a virus that is actively changing itself.
All right.
It's a quantum virus.
It just had quantum in front of everything.
Like it's
It sounds more fancy.
I
and
can't roll for
difficult.
shit today. 18.
18. You don't think you can do it right now. You wouldn't have to sit with this and kind of reverse engineer what it's doing, because when you go in and try to mess with it, it reacts to you. It
Oh
changes
god, it's
things.
Ultron.
I say
It is actually like you hate this thing.
Even when
because
it's
it
not
does
executing, it's just it's flat on a drive and it's not
You
executing.
don't know. Like it like when you turn it back on, you don't know how it knows, but it knew you touched it and it changes itself. You
Okay.
hate this thing because it doesn't play by the freaking rules.
I don't know if we want to unleash this thing.
I-
'Cause
I-
once we use it, the whole galaxy is going to know that it exists and try to replicate it. We could
Alright.
be looking at crashes and everything.
here's my idea.
That's why
I
want
say-
control of it.
I say we go to Freeport. lie low for a
Sell it to the
little
highest
bit.
bidder.
Lie low for a little bit. Pip and Clob and whoever else we can find there, maybe take a look at this thing on a actual separate system. Like, study it some more. Take your time. You can use other crew members to maybe help a little.
And then we can rekey
And
it.
I'll also be watching the news, and I think that me and Percy maybe should go do some deep dives and try to learn more about this coalition group, even if we're not going to join them, just so we know what kind of assets they have. Because if they could make something like this,
We also might have just painted a huge target on our backs because we have their virus.
kind of what
Oh,
I'm
for
thinking. That's why I
sure.
think Freeport might be the safest place for us.
Because there's not a lot of corporations in Freeport. Coalition probably doesn't have very deep ties there.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of money, though, and there are a lot of people desperately looking for money in Freeport.
Well, there
Maybe
might be
instead of
some-
Freeport,
Fair.
a different station where we've got some ties is, hold on, I've got it right here. You know where that with the ranger station with the Vlaka?
the Canadians.
Yeah, the Canadian station, Deep Space 12.
Yep. Recreation
What?
center.
Why would we go to Deep Space 12?
Deep Space 12 Recreation Center. I mean, it's got one guy operating it. I think we can take one guy if he decides to take the contract.
Yeah, but it's not a great place to gather gossip to learn more about the coalition.
I mean, you can gather gossip
Neither
on the
was
dark
the
net.
middle of nowhere in Akaton. Look what I did. I mean, don't look what I did because it's a secret.
I avert my eyes from your existence. All right. We could go there if you really wanted to, but it just seems like it has less resources and fewer bars. I'd really like to go to a bar.
Yeah, we can head to Freeport. We'll use another alias. We haven't done Blackbird yet, have we? That's a cool one.
Nobody there hates us. It's fine.
Yeah, all right, Blackbird. We're the
Guys,
Blackbird. Doot, doot, doot. I dial it in.
Isn't Zidell there? Or, yeah, Zidell.
Zidell's there. He's your friend.
Yeah,
You literally saved his children.
so
Very recently too. I'd be shocked if you forgot
Yeah.
us.
quite
Alright.
recently.
We are going to send an advance communique to Zidell. Make sure he's got things squared away for us.
Oh yeah.
What does this communique say?
Um,
What are you asking for?
Hey, it's me looking for work. Is that what you want to say?
nah, we're looking for a dock and a place to lie low for a bit.
He says, the message you get back, that sort of like that very grainy drift pirate radio.
Wait, before you respond, we identify ourselves as the godfather of his children.
Um,
Godfathers and mother.
God figures.
and cow. God cow.
God cow.
Grainy pirate radio message, sort of almost Morse code like, that just says, I'll make the arrangements, and I won't ask any questions if you don't want me to.
I
Excellent.
like it.
So last time we were here, we did get recognized quite easily. So
By
we should
who?
all take some time, part our hair the other way, do some
Part our hair the
Just-
other way.
deep disguise, so they won't recognize us.
I really like my current dye
Can I give
job,
you a
but
prosthetic horn?
Yeah, I'll wear my horns down.
just add a third horn. Nobody will ever see it coming.
You're a
Pull that hair tie
Triceracow.
Wear my horns down.
He got them put on pivots ages ago.
They've been fake the whole time.
He takes the rubber band out, he pulls the glasses off, and everyone goes, Clob, you look beautiful.
The cool noir gets spinners.
The sparklers don't work anymore.
In the tips of the horn.
They'll stop.
Now, next time you give someone the horns, sparklers go off. Cool,
So
Freeport.
you guys get to Freeport. It's kind of dead, actually. Last time it was bustling. This time, not a lot of ships around.
All right. First stop for me, if I'm feeling up to it, is a bar, and I'd like to take Percy if he's free.
Sure.
Your Zidell has a place for you guys to land, kind of over in his turf, and he greets you warmly and says, "First round on."
First
On?
rounds on. And then
My
you get
infinite credit stick,
shot.
which I'm handing to you. Oh, thank you. We buy a space station and go to. Ah, shit.
Oh darn.
Running back. He says, "This round is on me."
I appreciate
You
that.
totally get it.
You don't happen to have one of those
And as
infinite
you
credit
go-
sticks, do you?
Stop.
Pip,
A
it's
what?
gone. You destroyed it. You have to live with that.
For the rest of my
Um,
life.
And a short life, it probably will be.
Oh, God's willing.
So you guys start heading to the
totally.
bar of your choice. Could be the Overload. Could be a bar you haven't gone to yet.
New bar.
Yeah, somewhere new.
We don't have good
and then
memories of the Overload.
If it's dead, whatever the busiest place is.
The busiest place is probably like one of the bigger bars, and it's called the Red Comet.
Okay, great.
That Stark just
And
died.
Yeah, let's sit in there a spell.
It's called the Red Comet. You go in, and it's almost a honky tonk bar, like a space honky tonk bar. Big dance floor, stage,
Line dancing.
mechanical space bull, but it's like some kind of space monster, not a bull.
Is it like mimicking like Akatonian culture?
A little bit. It's kind of Akatonian plus the Scorch on Verxes plus space.
Yeah, it's like Akatonian fusion with like
I'm just
three
gonna
other things.
critique all of their food.
It's all wrong except for the red kibble, which is perfect.
I mean, it's hard to screw up red kibble.
It's still not that busy in here.
Oh, fuck, they got red kibble. I order a giant bowl of it and just.
All right, well they're busy.
Oh, it's great.
I want to get some kind of drink that creates a small amount of mist, and then I would like to.
You get a
Inhale
Blue
your
Nebula.
alcohol.
I'd like to just chat some people up, get some news. Say we just came in. What's the latest? Kind of thing.
The news you get from the few people who are here is that the big pirate queen, she has been sending people out on like humanitarian missions. Like the jobs she's been giving has been to send supplies to these rim colonies that have been sort of devastated by the conflict.
Okay, so that's why it's so dead in here.
Yeah, no, everybody's out. Everybody's busy.
Specifically the ones from the conflict between the stewards, or any of the ones that Jan Vokulis is raiding?
Both.
Okay.
So
She's probably not cool with Jan.
She hates Jan.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yes, Pip.
I just went back to check my notes on Freeport, just real quick to catch.
Yep.
And I'm reading that High Catfolk Katesh. I assume High Catfolk is his race, like High Elf, not that he was high as fuck.
No, he's stoned
No,
out
he
of
was
their mind.
high.
I know.
They were stoned out of their mind.
Said that if we brought him the parts, he would build us a hook shot.
Yeah.
We
Like
have
a Zelda hook shot? I don't remember.
for the ship. Yeah.
Cool.
He said an advanced control unit, reinforcement for the ship, strong cable, strong and light. Like straight up, we could hook shot another ship. Like a physical tractor beam.
You guys have all that material that's like really light and really strong that like the drift lance was made of. You have lots of reinforcing, and you have a lot of advanced computers from the Kobold ships.
Perfect. Those are the things he was looking for from us. So
Great. Yeah.
I just want to, in the background, everyone else, I'm chowing on my red kibble, and I get my chat up, and I'm like, hey, Katesh, we bought you the shit. You got that hook shot?
Yeah, man.
You get the $3 for thing for like 5 minutes, and then it just goes, nice.
It's gonna be like, yeah.
Perfect.
But like where?
I'll leave Pip in charge of all that.
I get
New
Katesh.
terminal.
I
Who's
get
this?
New terminal.
Yes.
I got those parts for the hook shot. Cool.
All right, cool. So it's
Manila, as you are drinking,
Kinda
as all
dead.
of you guys are relaxing in the bar,
Yeah.
someone else comes into the bar, and it takes a second for you to notice since the door is kind of far away. But it's Sect. the one kobold who was on the ship. Um, and they go up to the bar, sitting very far away from you, and they order a very large drink.
Have we had a chance to chat with them at all?
Um, you could have talked to them on the ship a little bit. But they were avoiding people.
Have I learned anything about like kobold culture and like a way to show like deference in kobold culture?
Sure, you've learned.
I mean,
You've
they go
learned a
by
little.
numbers, right? So
You've
what?
learned a little kobold. These guys aren't kobolds though. They like popped out of a tank with no memory
Yeah,
other than their job.
right. So if he's sect, what number is that?
I think we said that was like 2.
Who sounds right?
I mean, we didn't
Okay.
have like a straight of numbers. They were kind of random.
You had 1 and 2 and like 7 and 8.
Right. Um, I don't know if like two means like high up or like low, but whatever is lower in their view, like for order, I want to like, I guess, go up to him and say like, I am beneath
And
you.
and just to be clear, uh, you know about kobold culture. Sec doesn't know anything about kobold culture.
Yeah. So it's kind of like universal, just like you are above me, I am beneath you. Like I'm sorry.
They're just sort of staring into this big mug of something, and they just take a big long gulp, and they have to use both hands, and they put it back down, and they don't look at you, and they just say really quietly, just I'm glad you're back.
I I can't pretend that I know what's gonna happen to them, but we're getting the ship re-outfitted and we're gonna, do what we can to try to get rid of these freaking meddlers, these blue ion jerks, just taking advantage of you.
Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter.
Matters to me. Matters to me a lot, and I think it matters to you too. And I'll give him my crit stick with like, I don't know, what's a lot? If a drink is like 5, it has like 20 on it.
Um,
So,
kind of looks at it and he takes it, and puts it in the pocket of his jumpsuit,
cool.
and then he just says, "You guys keep saying you care about us, and I want to believe you really bad, but nobody else has ever meant that before,
Well,
so it's kind of hard to buy it."
that's why we just gotta keep doing our best to show you that it's the truth. And you don't have to believe it right now or tomorrow or the next day or the day after that, but we're still planning to be here and hopefully you'll be there too and figure all this out.
I'll send another drink over to him.
It's like a little shot of something. He just pours it in the beer, in the ale.
I feel so bad for this guy. The only people he ever knew are gone. Like he's so alone.
Takes another big swig, puts it down, and looks up at you, Manala, and you, Percy, and says, "Are we gonna go get them?"
I look at Percy and I'm like checking, but I'm like, yeah, that's my plan. Uh, it doesn't have to be now, but before Sect gets back to the ship, I'd like to make Sect some kind of, it could be digital, but a journal because I know he has no one to talk to that really understands him right now, and so I'd like him to have a way to express himself.
Okay, cool.
I don't know, a journal or like a painting station, something like that. An easel, maybe. I don't know. A plant,
Uh,
something like that.
we'll say with all of you kind of you Percy and Maynala sort of comforting Sect, unless Pip or Clob have anything left, I think that's where we're gonna end this evening. Do you guys have something fast you want to do?
No, that was fine.
Cool. So with you guys comforting Sect, back safe for now at Freeport, we'll end there. Thank you so much, players. I loved all the wacky, crazy, Fast and the Furious ideas we had today. It was amazing. And I hope to see you all next week. If you'd like, send me a laser, taser, phaser. That's something you liked, something you didn't like, and something you're hopeful for the future. Well, next week, right here, Jake, I believe you have something big to announce.
Oh.
I think you're muted.
Yeah, I think
I'm
you're
muted.
muted.
Something very, very big. This
So
Wednesday,
big, we let into it with silence.
tune in for the grand finale, the series finale, the final episode of Princes. Princes of Azamar, Season 5, Episode 30. House of Devere.
Bum, bum, bum.
Tweet at Jetsam Academy to get us uncanceled.
I didn't even know he lived in a house.
On this Wednesday, right now the plan is to start at 6:30, though we might even push that a little earlier so we can have plenty of time to get all the juicy bits in. We will update the event on the page, so keep your eyes out. Stay tuned. We will see you on Wednesday for the grand finale of Princes. Super excited. Can't wait.
Nice.
All right, see you then. So long.
Bye. Only 2 days.